Captain Elena Vasquez leaned forward, her gaze fixed on the vastness of space displayed on the command bridge's main screen. The stars seemed to dance, a ballet of light against the dark canvas of the universe. Her ship, the USS Horizon, had been navigating the outer rim of the Andromeda Galaxy for weeks, in search of new planets suitable for human colonization. But today, their mission had taken an unexpected turn. "Captain, we're picking up an anomaly on the long-range sensors," Lieutenant Mark Jensen, her second-in-command, announced, breaking the silence that had settled over the bridge. Elena straightened up. "Define anomaly, Lieutenant." "It's not a natural formation or a known spacecraft. It appears structured, but unlike anything we've encountered before," Jensen replied, his voice laced with curiosity and caution. Without hesitation, Eleanor made her decision. "Set a course. Let's take a closer look." As the USS Horizon approached the anomaly, the crew was met with a sight that would forever change the course of human history. Floating before them was a spacecraft of unmistakable intelligence in design, yet it bore no resemblance to anything humanity had ever produced. It was sleek, with surfaces that reflected the starlight in mesmerizing patterns. Before they could initiate contact, a communication channel opened, and a voice filled the bridge, speaking in perfect, unaccented English. "Greetings, USS Horizon. We are the Zelari. We mean you no harm." Elena exchanged a look with Jensen, then stepped forward. "This is Captain Elena Vasquez of the USS Horizon, representing the United Earth Coalition. We greet you in peace." The dialogue that followed was cautious, but filled with a mutual curiosity. The Zelari explained that they had been observing humanity from afar, intrigued by our rapid advancement and expansion across the stars. They too were explorers, seeking to understand the myriad forms of life and intelligence the universe held. "Why reveal yourselves to us now?" Elena asked, her diplomatic instincts kicking in. "Our observations have shown us that humanity is at a crossroads. Your technology allows for great feats, but also poses significant risks," the Zelari representative, who introduced himself as Soren, responded. "We believe that by sharing knowledge and working together, our two races can avoid the pitfalls that have befallen many civilizations before yours." The conversation continued, with Eleanor and Soren discussing potential first steps towards a collaboration. It was clear that both sides had much to gain from this unexpected meeting. However, Eleanor knew that convincing the United Earth Coalition to trust an alien race would be a challenge, but the opportunity was too great to ignore. As the initial contact came to a close, Eleanor turned to her crew, a determined look in her eyes. "Prepare a full report. We're going to need to convince the Coalition that this is the beginning of something extraordinary." Mark Jensen nodded, his usual skepticism giving way to a sense of wonder. "This could change everything," he murmured. Elena smiled, her gaze returning to the stars. "Yes," she agreed, "it just might." The USS Horizon set a course back to Earth, carrying with it the promise of a new dawn for humanity, a dawn of unity and exploration that stretched beyond the known stars. The return journey to Earth was filled with a buzz of activity. Captain Elena Vasquez and her crew worked tirelessly, compiling data, recordings, and their personal observations of the first encounter with the Zelari. Despite the excitement, a thread of tension ran through everyone on board. Their discovery could either open a new chapter for humanity or lead to unprecedented challenges. Upon arrival, the news of their encounter spread like wildfire, capturing the imagination and skepticism of the world. Elena found herself summoned to the United Earth Coalition's headquarters, a sprawling complex located in what used to be Geneva, now a central hub for global governance. The council chamber was imposing, designed to intimidate as much as it was to accommodate. Elena stood at the center, surrounded by the leaders of the United Earth Coalition, her crew behind her. The air was thick with anticipation and doubt. "Captain Vasquez, you've made extraordinary claims," began Ambassador Liu, the Coalition's head. "An advanced alien race offering friendship and knowledge. You understand our skepticism." Elena nodded. "I do, Ambassador, but I assure you the Zelari are real, and their intentions are peaceful. They've observed us for centuries, waiting for the right moment to make contact." "Centuries?" another council member interjected, disbelief evident in his tone. "And they choose now to reveal themselves?" "Yes," Elena replied, maintaining her composure. "They believe we're at a point where collaboration can benefit both our species. They've mastered technologies we can only dream of, especially in energy sustainability and interstellar travel." The room erupted into murmurs, a mix of excitement and concern. Ambassador Liu raised a hand, calling for silence. "And what do they want in return, Captain?" "An exchange of knowledge at first. A chance to learn from each other," Eleanor said. "They're especially interested in our creativity, our art, and our perspectives on the universe." Skepticism still clouded the faces of many in the room, but interest had begun to peak as well. The potential benefits were too significant to ignore outright. "Captain Vasquez, your report and evidence will be thoroughly reviewed by this council," Ambassador Liu declared after a moment of contemplative silence. "We'll also need to establish a protocol for further communication with the Zelari. This is uncharted territory, and we must proceed with caution." Elena nodded, understanding the weight of the situation. "I agree, Ambassador. We must be cautious, but I urge us not to let fear dictate our actions. This is an opportunity for growth, for both humanity and the Zelari." As the meeting adjourned, Eleanor and her crew were swarmed by media, each vying for a piece of the historic news. The world was watching, divided between hope and fear, curiosity and suspicion. Back on the USS Horizon, Eleanor met with her crew in the mess hall. "No matter what comes next, we've taken the first step towards something incredible," she said, her eyes reflecting the resolve that had brought them this far. "We're part of a bigger universe now, and it's up to us to ensure this becomes a dawn of unity, not division." Her crew nodded, their faces a mix of determination and awe. They had crossed the unknown. And now they stood at the precipice of a new era for humanity. As Earth debated and deliberated, somewhere in the vast expanse of space, the Zelari awaited the next move. The future was a tapestry of possibilities, each thread waiting to be woven into the fabric of cosmic destiny. In the weeks that followed the historic meeting of the United Earth Coalition, the world found itself in a state of eager suspense. Debates raged across all forms of media, with public opinion split between excitement for the potential advancements the Zelari could bring and fear of their unknown intentions. Amidst this whirlwind of speculation, Captain Elena Vasquez and her crew were once again called upon to be at the forefront of humanity's leap into the interstellar community. The Coalition, after extensive deliberation and analysis of the evidence presented by the Horizons crew, decided to take a cautious step forward. Elena was appointed as the head of the newly formed Earth Zelari Diplomatic Initiative, EZDI, a team comprised of scientists, diplomats, and military advisors tasked with establishing the first official contact with the Zelari. Their mission was to negotiate the terms of this unprecedented interstellar partnership. The Zelari, for their part, had remained patiently in orbit around Pluto, a gesture of goodwill and respect for Earth's need to deliberate. When Elena reached out to them, signaling Earth's readiness to proceed, Soren's response was immediate and warm. "Captain Vasquez, we are pleased to hear from you. We await your arrival with great anticipation," Soren communicated through the now established secure channel. The USS Horizon, retrofitted for this historic mission, set course for Pluto. Accompanying Elena was a diverse team, including Dr. Amita Singh, a renowned physicist, and Ambassador Jean-Luc Gérard, a veteran diplomat with experience in tense negotiations. As they approached the Zelari vessel, the scale and beauty of its design became even more apparent. It was a masterpiece of engineering, emitting a soft glow that illuminated the darkness of space. The Zelari welcomed them aboard with a ceremony that was simple yet profoundly moving. Elena and her team were struck by the Zelari's grace and the depth of their understanding of the universe. Soren led them through the ship, showing them technologies that defied human understanding, yet were explained with patience and enthusiasm. Our drive system, for example, allows us to bend space-time, traversing distances that would take your current technology millennia to cover, Soren explained as they stood before a large, pulsating engine that seemed to hum with contained energy. The discussions that followed focused on the framework for sharing knowledge. The Zelari were particularly interested in human culture, art, and philosophy, offering in exchange their advanced technologies in energy, medicine, and environmental restoration. Ambassador Gerard, initially wary, found himself increasingly convinced of the Zelari's sincerity. "It's as if you've been preparing for this moment for centuries," he remarked during one of their meetings. Soren smiled, a gesture they had learned from observing humans. "In many ways we have. We believe that the universe is richer when its diverse voices are heard and understood. Your voice, humanity's voice, is unique and invaluable to the cosmic symphony." As the mission progressed, Elena and her team transmitted regular updates back to Earth, each report sparking waves of optimism and a renewed sense of unity among the people of Earth. The possibility of a future where humanity stood as a part of an interstellar community began to take root. The EZDI's work laid the groundwork for what would become the first intergalactic cultural exchange, a series of events designed to foster understanding and cooperation between the two races. Elena found herself at the center of a historic transformation, not just for Earth, but for the Zelari as well. As the Horizon prepared to return to Earth, Soren approached Elena. "This is just the beginning, Captain Vasquez. The journey ahead will be filled with challenges, but together we can face them." Elena nodded, looking out at the stars. "Together," she echoed, a promise of unity that resonated through the silent expanse of space. Months turned into years, and the collaboration between humanity and the Zelari flourished beyond anyone's wildest expectations. The exchange of knowledge and culture had not only sparked a renaissance on Earth, but also rekindled a sense of wonder and exploration among the Zelari, who had long ago settled into a period of introspection and isolation. Together, humanity and the Zelari were on the verge of becoming a beacon of interstellar civilization, a testament to what diverse species can achieve through mutual understanding and cooperation. Despite the monumental progress, the journey was not without its hurdles. Skepticism and fear had rooted in factions within both societies, manifesting in protests, political pushback, and even incidents of sabotage aimed at derailing the burgeoning alliance. Propaganda campaigns sought to exploit fears of the unknown, painting the partnership as a threat to the identity and autonomy of both races. These challenges tested the resilience of the alliance, pushing both species to confront their prejudices and fears head-on. It was during these tumultuous times that the true strength of the human-Zelari bond was forged. Joint task forces addressed sabotage attempts, while cultural exchange programs worked tirelessly to build bridges of understanding between the populations. The shared challenges brought humanity and the Zelari closer, solidifying their commitment to each other and to the ideals of peace and cooperation. Now, Ambassador Elena Vasquez stood before the assembled representatives of the United Earth Coalition and the Zelari Council on Unity Station, a symbol of their shared future. The station, which orbited Earth, was a marvel of combined human and Zelari engineering and aesthetics, representing the fusion of their cultures and technologies. Today marks a new beginning, Elena addressed the assembly, her voice echoing in the chamber. We gather not as separate races, but as members of a united community, bound by our shared vision for the future. The path we've chosen wasn't the easiest, but it is the most rewarding. Together, we've faced adversity, learned from our differences, and grown stronger. She paused, allowing her words to resonate. The Unity Station is more than a diplomatic outpost or a research facility. It's a living symbol of our alliance, our achievements, and our dreams. It stands as a beacon for all civilizations in the galaxy, demonstrating that peace and cooperation are not just ideals, but tangible goals we can achieve. Elena's gaze swept across the audience, meeting eyes filled with hope, determination, and a hint of the challenges yet to come. Let us move forward with open hearts and minds, ready to explore the vast mysteries of the cosmos together. May we be a guide for others who seek the path of unity, showing that diversity is not a barrier, but our greatest strength. As the assembly erupted into applause, the sense of pride and optimism was palpable. The path ahead was indeed vast and filled with the unknown. But standing on Unity Station, looking out at the stars, Elena knew that together, humanity and the Zelari were ready to face whatever the universe held in store. In the years that followed, the Alliance would face trials and triumphs, setbacks and breakthroughs. New allies would join their cause, expanding the coalition of peace-seeking civilizations. Through it all, the story of Unity's dawn served as a guiding light, a reminder that the dawn of Unity was not just a single event, but an ongoing journey towards a brighter, shared future. The story of Unity's dawn had truly just begun, a narrative of hope, exploration, and the unyielding belief that together, the peoples of the galaxy could create a future where peace and cooperation were the cornerstones of interstellar existence.